Hello, authors and writers. Welcome back to another fabulous podcast episode for the Write It podcast. Today we are going to talk about coffee and the creative process. Myth or magic? Let's dig in and find out. I hope you guys have been enjoying my Writers and Coffee series because I've been enjoying putting it together. All right. Coffee has long been the fuel of creatives, right? Writers, artists, musicians, and entrepreneurs alike. Some swear by its magical ability to spark ideas and enhance focus, while others argue it's just a well-loved habit. So does coffee truly boost creativity? Or is it all in our heads? Is it in our minds? We're going to find out. Let's explore. We're going to explore the science behind the stories of coffee and the role in the creative process. Doesn't that sound like fun? And I hope you guys are enjoying the wind chimes. I think they sound delightful. I hope they're not annoying to you. All right. The magic of coffee comes from caffeine. Yes, we know this. Even decaf has caffeine. Less, but it's in there. Caffeine is a natural stimulant that affects the central nervous system. And here's what happens when we take a sip, okay? So this is how coffee affects our brain. It boosts dopamine. So caffeine increases dopamine levels. That's the feel-good chemical, which can improve mood and motivation. Sounds about right. Don't you feel a little zippy after you have coffee? It can enhance focus. So it does this by stimulating the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that's responsible for concentration and problem solving. Well, look at that. All right, creativity versus focus, though, the balancing act. Where is it? What's the balance? Focus boost. Coffee enhances focus, making it great for tasks that require deep work, such as editing, research, and fine-tuning the details. We all have to do that, right? Always fine-tuning the details in our writing. At least I am. Creativity question. Creativity often thrives in a relaxed, wandering mind. I don't know about you, but that rings true to me. Because when I'm relaxed and I'm just hanging out, or maybe ever take a shower and they got the hot water running, and boom, all of a sudden you've got all of these magnificent ideas. Interesting. While coffee helps with focus, too much, though, can lead to tunnel vision and limiting the outside of the box thinking. So there is a balance between having some coffee to help us focus and having too much coffee that makes it to where we can't focus. And look, I have been there. I have had way too much caffeine, which is why I no longer drink coffee with caffeine. I drink decaf. And like I said, yes, I know decaf has some caffeine, but not as much. Because I find if I have too much caffeine, I start to get anxious. And then who can focus when they're anxious? I can't. So, coffee may not directly boost creativity, but it can support the creative process by keeping you alert and engaged. It was funny. I was talking to one of my friends at work the other day because I work outside of the home in an office part-time. And she was asking me if I wanted regular coffee or decaf because we were in the break room making coffee. And I was like, oh, you don't want me to have caffeine. If I have too much caffeine, I said, I will get fired. Nobody will want me around. I will just be running around like a crazy nut job. And we were laughing. All right. So, anecdotal evidence. Creatives and their coffee rituals, which I have done an entire podcast on. So, for many, the ritual of making and drinking coffee is just as important as the effects the coffee has. So, the act of brewing a cup of coffee can serve as a mental cue to transition us into a creative mindset. I've also done a podcast about that, because that is so true. Think about it. You get up in the morning, right? You get ready for your day. Don't you look forward to going down to the kitchen or over to the kitchen and making coffee and enjoying your first sip? There is nothing like that first sip of coffee, friends. I gotta tell you, there's just not. I have to say though, here lately, because I've been overcoming a sickness, I've been drinking a lot of tea. Look, I have proof. Look, see the tea bag? Green tea. But anyway, there's something about preparing to make the coffee that definitely gets us in the mindset, right? The creative mindset. All right, so here we go. Is coffee a creative superpower or just a comfort habit? I am trying to get out of that sun for you, friends, because it's got a crazy glow on my face. All right, so here's the answer lies in how you use it, all right? So, it's great for focus. If you need to stay on task, coffee is your friend. But it is best in moderation. Too much can lead to anxiety, jitters, or overfixation. What did I just say a couple minutes ago? Anxiety. Pair it with breaks. Creativity thrives when the mind has time to wander. Try alternating coffee-fueled work sessions with non-caffeinated reflection time. Maybe get your herbal tea without caffeine for your reflection time. Listen to your body. Some people feel more creative with coffee, while others do better with tea, exercise, and meditation. And you know what, friends? I'm going to share something with you. I have really been focusing on meditation. Every day I've been meditating. Sorry, I think my phone is moving and I don't want you guys to get dizzy. Hang on a second. Okay. And it really has helped change my life. It's made me less high strung, and it just seems to keep me grounded. And like I said, I do better without the caffeine. Even my green tea, I get organic decaffeinated green tea. Because I just work better without caffeine. Now, let me tell you though, there are days. There are days when I need that caffeine. And I do drink some. But they're far and few between. All right, final thoughts. Myth or magic? What are you guys thinking? Is coffee magical? Is it a myth that it helps us concentrate and work better? What are your thoughts? I would love for you to leave me a comment about that. But before we wrap this up, I want to wrap up the podcast. So, coffee really isn't a magic potion for creativity, but it can be a powerful tool when used wisely and within reason, friends. Please don't go drink 10 cups of coffee a day after watching this podcast. Trying to write your 40,000 word book or your 80,000 word book. Whether it's the caffeine kick or the comforting ritual or the placebo effect, many creatives do find it essential in their process. So, is coffee myth or magic? The truth is, it's a little bit of both, right? I think so. So go and grab your favorite brew and get to creating, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's about what works best for you as an author, what helps you create your best work, all right? So create yourself a little routine, a little writing routine, and that might require lighting some candles, making a cup of joe, making a cup of hot tea. Whatever that is, create your own rituals to get your mind ready to write. And now, go sit down, butt in seat, hands on keyboard, and get to writing. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast episode. If you have any questions or comments, positive comments, please, feel free to leave me a note in the comments. I do love reading what you guys write in the comments because It makes me feel like I'm here for a purpose and I'm helping people, which is the whole reason that I'm here. I just want to be helpful. Maybe if it's just to take you away from your everyday life for 10 minutes, whatever that is. But thank you for being here. See you soon.